Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. My name is Brad Varnell, and this is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. And today I am excited to talk about something a little bit different on the channel. Stick with me for a little bit here because I believe this is a super important topic, and this could eventually make you millions of dollars even though it's not really an investment vehicle. What in the heck am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about life insurance today, folks. And last month at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Bitcoin, Tennessee, we met the team of Meanwhile, which is the first Bitcoin life insurance company. What does that mean? Well, it means, folks, that this is the first company where you actually pay your life insurance premiums in Bitcoin, and then your benefit is actually paid out in Bitcoin. So the easiest way to show this to you and actually give you an idea of what I'm really talking about is to hop over to the Meanwhile website now. As you can see here, folks, the URL is meanwhile.bm, and it says right here, life insurance now in Bitcoin. The first and only life insurance company denominated in Bitcoin. Leverage the value of your Bitcoin during your life and secure your family's future after you're gone with our whole life insurance policy. So folks, the reason that I'm so excited about this is because not only do we have an opportunity to make a huge difference in the people that we love the most lives during one of the most difficult moments that they're ever going to face by having a benefit set up and in place that makes sure that if something happens to us, that they can focus on the important things in life and not have to have the stresses of final burial expenses and how the mortgage payment is going to get paid and all of those things that can come crashing down on so many folks when there's no protection in place. But on top of that, folks, because this policy is paid for and paid out in Bitcoin, I believe it's an opportunity to really create a store of value that you can actually access during your lifetime too. So one of the things that I love about this product is with a lot of life insurance products, you have to die in order to get any benefit from them or for your loved ones to benefit from them. With this Meanwhile whole life insurance policy, you are actually going to have access and be able to borrow against the value of the policy if you have a big purchase down the road, like a house or a car or just a lot of different things. A lot of people use these policies as they get into retirement to supplement their income. So let me go back to their website here, folks, and give you a little bit more information on exactly what I mean. So you can see here, it talks a little bit about the protection. It says your loved ones get a fixed payout no matter when you die. The nice thing about a whole life insurance policy is it's just that, it's your whole life. So even if you live to 100 years old, your family or whoever you have the beneficiary as still gets the benefit, where with term life, you're usually buying a policy that's good for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And at the end of that time frame, if you are still alive and living, which we all hope we are, you just have lost all of the money that you paid in to that policy. I mean, you got the peace of mind during that 5 or 20 years, but once that time frame is up, your policy is worth zero. With whole life, there's always value there. The other thing that is pretty darn amazing about this is the tax advantages. So the long-term payout is higher than what you invest into the policy, and those returns grow tax-free, compounding and savings rated. So there's really, it's a beautiful thing that it's also accruing tax-free. You see here the liquidity. You can borrow Bitcoin against your policy. So if Bitcoin 10x, for example, you can borrow a Bitcoin from us at the 10x higher cost basis, then you have the option of paying back the loan or netting the outstanding loan balance against the death benefit. So to put this in a little bit more layman's terms, folks, let's say that you had a one Bitcoin policy. You had paid one Bitcoin for your policy, and let's just say that the death benefit was 2 Bitcoin. And let's say that in today's price, Bitcoin is around 55,000. So you invested 55,000 into a 1 Bitcoin policy. Your policy pays out 2 Bitcoin immediately. So once this is in place, even if something tragic happened to you on your way home from work tomorrow, your family would get 2 Bitcoin paid back to them. But let's just say that you're a younger man and you plan, man or woman, and you plan on living for a while. Let's just say that 10 years from now, Bitcoin is worth $1 million a token, and now your 2 Bitcoin policy would be worth $2 million. So your $55,000 investment today would have a value of $2 million if you passed away. But you can also borrow up to 90% of the value of your policy if needed. So you would be able to borrow, in that case, $1.8 million to use for whatever you wanted to in life. And when it says down here that you can either have the option of paying back the loan or netting the outstanding loan balance against your death benefit, theoretically, if you never paid back the 1.8 million, then you would basically you would have used 90%. So you would have, instead of having 2 Bitcoin, you would have 2/10 of a Bitcoin left in the event that you passed away. So what I really love about this policy is I love the fact that my son and like my editor Will, who's sitting over here, younger people, they can use this as a way to protect themselves and their loved ones as they're growing and hopefully building a family and stuff over the next 10, 15, 20 years. But they're also creating a store of value that they can then use for life. The reason I love this is because not only are the people that you love protected by this insurance, but it also has the ability to impact your life financially while you're still living. All right, folks, now let me show you how easy it is to sign up for an account. So you just go here to the Get Started tab and hit Create an Account. Right here, you just want to put Mr. or Mrs. or Miss or whatever your preferred form of address is. And then here you're going to type in your name and your middle names. I'm not sure if your middle names are necessary or not, but we'll go ahead and have you put them in. I just went ahead and put mine in. I'm not too worried about giving these folks my information by any means. This is a fully regulated industry, and definitely trust the Meanwhile team with my personal information. So then you're going to come here to the next page. You're going to do your password twice, make sure they match, and hit next one more time. Going to put in your email. Let me see here. Hit next. Put in your phone number. And hit next again. I live in the United States and I am a United States citizen. Hit next one more time. What is the country of your citizenship? Also the United States. And then hit sign up. And it says again, apologies, an error has occurred while trying to create your account. Folks, I wanted to show you this, but it's really not that important in the grand scheme of things. It's very simple. It goes through, it asks you for a little bit more of your information. When I was filling out an account for myself, it asked me if I had used any tobacco products in the last X amount of years and one or two other quick questions. And then it basically showed me what 1 Bitcoin would get me in a policy value. So it's all very simple. Plus, this way I don't have to have my editor black out my social security number and the stuff like that anyway. So you just basically hit the sign up button. I'm thinking that because I already created an account for myself at one point in time, that might be why it's not working for me. I'm not 100% sure, but I welcome you to go through the steps and create your free account. And then you do have the ability to get on the phone and speak with a representative of the Meanwhile company and get all of your questions answered. Before we end this video, I do want to click over here, and I am going to put the link of this into the description of the video, but I wanted to share this with you. On Investopedia, I typed in, whole life insurance and came across this article where it shows whole life insurance definition, how it works with examples. And if you go through and read this page, any questions, if you're not familiar with whole life insurance, will be answered here. I do want to make it very clear, folks, I am not an insurance professional. I am not licensed. I don't have any ability to answer questions necessarily. I'm just giving you the information that I know from my own personal experience and what the Meanwhile team has shared with me. I would definitely recommend going back and checking out the interview that I did with Danny Bayer from the Meanwhile team at the Bitcoin 2024 event in Tennessee. We had a fantastic interview. He's actually the person that will most likely reach out to you if you create your free account to answer all of your questions. And with that, folks, I just appreciate you checking out this video, bearing with me while we do something that's a little bit outside of crypto, but also right smack dab in the middle of crypto. And what I think you are going to find, folks, is over the next 5, 10, 15 years, things like this are going to become totally mainstream. In fact, I don't even think it's going to take 15 years. Over the next year, 2, 3, 5 years, products like this are going to become mainstream, and they're going to become a huge way to not only grow your wealth, but to protect your wealth. So with that, folks, thank you for sticking around to the end. And if you did, I want to give you a little bit of an incentive to go check out the Meanwhile platform and join and create your free account. If you create your free account and you get on the phone and have a conversation with Danny Bayer or anybody from the Meanwhile team and just let them know that you came across this great, insurance company through Infinite Crypto YouTube channel, they're going to keep track of that and let me know, and you're going to get a free month into our Inner Circle Infinite Crypto Mastermind group coaching, and just an incredible community of folks that are helping people create financial freedom in their lives. You are potentially going to get access to the Inner Circle rewards wallet. I won't go into a description of exactly what that entails, but believe me, folks, when I say that that could be huge. So with that, I love you all. I thank you all for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again in the very near future in the next video. Take care and God bless.